Listening to you, Jake. Going for rehearsal of the opening link. Do you want to start in vision, Jake?
I don't mind.
All right, rehearsal in 3, 2. See what you can find, Matt. In 3, 2, 1, and cue Jake.
Good afternoon. 14 races down, 5 to go. The 2010
not on the output here, just rehearsing.
Is enthralling as it is unpredictable. Of course, the 5 men in the hunt for the title will all know that failure to score points here this weekend could cause serious problems for their title ambitions. Welcome to a highly pressurised.
How long did you say to
Singapore Grand Prix?
33.
Highly pressurised Singapore Grand Prix, and then bang in the
30
map.
seconds to run air. 30
Jolly
seconds.
good. 30 seconds, everybody.
Seconds to run air. 20.
Stand by VTX for the opening while I put my coat on.
15. Canticles on air. In 10.
Have a good show, everyone.
9.
Cheers, Jake. Same to you.
7. 6. 5. 4. 3.
Run X.
2. 1. 0. Thanks, NT1.
Right, we're on air. Good luck, everyone. Go well.
2 minutes left on BT.
Matt Brightline 2, how does it come off the sky work? Yeah, I think we'll go for that. VTN's on black, so you can just come back to
BT,
the
1:30.
clean sky.
So you're starting on the dark sky, yeah?
Starting on the sky, check.
Great. I'll change my words a bit then. Good evening, as it is here in Singapore. Safety cars just coming down the pit lane, but I think we'll be okay. Roger, just mind your back for that.
One minute 30 left on BT. Sorry, 1 minute left on BT.
I can't hear Rachel. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Richard testing, talk back. Richard testing, talk back. I can hear myself.
45 left on BT. 45
so
seconds.
2 next. Then the map. Moving VTY with 1/4 inch. Live calendar, and then introducing the guys.
It's not about an ostentatious
30 seconds.
should be something effortless.
25 outwards. We're just about to find out. Plus 7. 20 seconds. We're just about to find out. Plus 7. 15.
Stand by, Jake. Sky, please, Matt.
10 seconds. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0.
Mix and cue Jake.
Good evening.
Down you come.
As it is here in Singapore. So, 14 races down.
Stand by
5 to
VTY,
go.
the map
And the
next.
2010 Formula 1 season is proving to be as enthralling as it is unpredictable. 5 men are in the hunt for the title, and all of them will know that a failure to score points under the lights here this evening could seriously damage their title hopes. Welcome to a highly pressurised Singapore Grand Prix.
Run Y. And cue on.
And this is a place that doesn't suffer fools. Every
Putting
Grand
you
Prix
into the
here has
calendar.
featured a safety car and numerous retirements.
EJ, join
the
us,
humidity
please.
asks questions of a driver's fitness. The 24 corners ask questions of a car's balance and brakes. It's the perfect place to stand up and be counted. And counting
animate
is
the
very
calendar.
much part of the game. Now every driver, every team knows how many points
Camera
can
2,
be won
3 shot next.
and lost between here and the end of the season in Abu Dhabi. For 5, it's now all about the title.
And mix.
And David,
Thank
with
you.
that in mind, there's very much a
Come
feeling
DC
here
one
that although
next.
this is a special event always, it's more than just another race this season. This is very much a sort of watershed weekend this year, isn't it?
Indeed, we're into what is the first of 5 flyaway races. That means all these cars are going to live in a box effectively between each of these Grand Prix. Difficult for the teams to do upgrades and develop just because of the difficulties of getting the parts from Europe out to these events.
And Eddie, it must feel very strange for the guys behind us. You can see them, they're all lined up with their tyres getting ready to go to the grid. And it is 7:15 in the evening.
Yes, but I think each and every person behind the teams, they've all kept their watches on UK time. For them, there's no real difference. We got up later and we go to bed later at the local time, but we're still on UK time. I think that's probably alleviated a lot of that particular jet lag system.
Sure, okay, well, late to bed for all of the drivers here. But when they do go to the beds, I'm sure that 5 of them anyway are thinking about the championship at the moment, because this is how tight it is. Perhaps for the past few races, Sebastian Vettel's been having nightmares rather than dreams. He has 24 points behind Mark Webber at the moment, his teammate, and as far as the Constructors' Championship is concerned, well, Ferrari are still in the hunt just about 60 points behind Red Bull, but it's very close at the moment between Red Bull and McLaren. So how do you ensure a good race weekend at a circuit where overtaking is really at a premium? Well, you qualify well, of course. Here's what happened yesterday with Ted Kravitz.
Run X.
Good, nicely done, guys. Well done.
What better way to spend a Saturday night in Singapore?
So now we're going to go to McLaren. So Richard, the plan here is to me to start in the garage, saying, "Look at this, 2 teammates nice and close to each other, and walk out and find David and Eddie."
The camera's outside the garage using it.
Yeah, just take a minute here, a minute and a half, perhaps with the boys. Get us into Webber quick, and then Alonso.
Say again, sorry, Mark.
Just take a brief minute here with DC and Eddie.
Okay.
And then get us into Webber quick. Then if we just do into Alonso.
Help his chances of retaining his Renault drive with this spin.
VT, did you manage to change the shot on top of the Webber quote?
Cars capable of 6th on the grid in the hands of teammate Barrichello.
Thank you.
Hulkenberg, the feeling time on tension.
2.5 minutes left on BT, 2.5 minutes.
Drivers kept cool as the action hotted
So,
up.
Jake, do you think they'll let you take a camera in there with you? Or
Steve's
take
checked it.
to
The first time since the British Grand Prix in July.
But can you take the camera with him?
Is it that long ago? Well,
So, what I think, Matt,
anyway,
Richard, if Matt starts here, he can then see both the cars, and I'll come across and walk and out with David and Eddie.
The 5 title.
You're going to be over there?
Mark
Yeah.
Webber admitted
2
he
minutes
just
left
wasn't
on BT,
fast
2
enough
minutes.
and ended up at the back of the championship pack.
Happy, Matt?
Having trouble getting the rhythm around here, and so yeah, there's a few places where I know I lost time on.
Do you want to rehearse this, Richard?
Yeah, you okay to go for it then, Jake?
Wasn't fast
listening
enough.
to you.
Simple as that.
I'm starting with the out-of-movement.
McLarens have found some speed, but not enough.
So interesting times here in the McLaren garage. 2 drivers in the same team, both going for the world title, and today they start alongside each other on the grid. Third and fourth. You need someone to see you back, don't you?
We need to see the
Third
cars
and
at the
fourth.
top of that. So you're at the starting wide, so we see the cars then into Jake as he walks.
Just under 130 left on BT, just under 130.
Closer to the
Matt, you
Red
happy?
Bulls. Ferrari looks quick as well, but yeah, reasonably happy.
So the battle for the front row would be between Sebastian Vettel and Fernando Alonso. Vettel's first lap was wasted when he hit traffic, while a brush with the wall cost him time on his final attempt. Without that, the Red Bull would have been on pole.
This ends on the grid graphics, so I'd rather come to the wide chart, I think, Matt, rather than
11,
closer.
12, 13, also hit the wall slightly. I'd simply
1 minute
lost
left on BT, 1 minute.
too much time and trying to
Again, we're
recover in
keeping
the
it
last
brief
sector,
here,
but
guys, just to buy
unfortunately
ourselves some
it
time
wasn't
for
enough.
later.
That left
Plenty
Ferrari
of time
to
to
light
chat
up
later.
Singapore. Fernando Alonso took pole position by 600ths of a second. His 20th career pole,
Listening to
prime position to close the gap at the top of the championship.
it's 2-hour race, so
Okay,
anything
fine.
can happen.
don't ruin our shot.
Safety cars,
Understood,
the start, the rain, so many factors that we need to control.
Jake
all
Lewis
of
is in
them.
the garage at the moment.
Ah, I see.
So Fernando Alonso
Can you
ready
see
to
it,
lead
Matt?
the
30
field off into the
seconds left on
darkness.
BT.
He's just out.
No, he's
Vettel
out.
alongside and
I've got
ready
a
to
shot.
attack.
I've got him on Andy at the moment,
It's
so
not
we'll see how it
bad.
goes, Jake.
While championship
Coming up to
leader
Matt
Mark
at the
Webber
moment.
is in damage limitation mode.
20
starting
seconds,
fifth.
Singapore grid the
Nico
outright.
Rosberg and
Step by
Robert
there, guys,
Kubica, 7th and 8th for Mercedes and Renault.
50.
Creditable
He's near me, Mark. Shall I just say one word to him?
Al-Ghashwari. Nick Heidfeld starts 14th on his F1
Ten
return.
seconds.
Well, so just say
Timo
hello.
Glock's Virgin is the best of the new
If you walk
teams,
right past him.
while Christian Klein
No.
out-qualified
5
his
seconds.
teammate Bruno Senna. Felipe Massa's last of all,
Coming to 2.
completing a Ferrari sandwich of the Singapore grid.
That's it.
And QJ.
So interesting
On 2.
times, particularly here in McLaren. Jenson Button right there starts 4th on the grid. Lewis Hamilton alongside him in the garage starts 3rd, and of course they're in the same team and both pushing for the world title. And you can see Lewis there. He's just gone around the whole garage
to one,
and
on
shaken
one,
hands
on
with
one, there he
every
is.
single member of the team. And interestingly, David, he didn't just shake hands with the guys on his side
Coming
of the
to 2,
garage,
coming
but
to
with
2,
the guys
straight
on
shot.
Jenson's side as well. That's nice, isn't it?
On
Well, it
2.
is, but I was standing right at the front of his
Come
car.
back and join us,
I was
Andy.
there with my hand up.
He ignored you.
Straight past.
That's no good. That's no good at all. But what
You're
is...
a BBC man, you're no longer a racing driver, David. You've got to understand that.
It's true. Times have changed. I mean, that's bad news. But the good news is that the way the grid is sitting is perfect. Mark Webber's the championship leader, but he starts 5th. And if it finished the way it starts today, just 20 points will separate the top 5. It's almost like the script is being written, Eddie, or something.
Well, you know, Bernie has been often ridiculed positively or negatively, whichever way you like to look at it, about orchestrating or organising championship in the past. I tell you what, he must be superhuman if he's organised this one, and full credit to him if he has, because no one could have ever have understood or even anticipated anything like what we're witnessing. This has been a phenomenal season, the best I can ever remember.
And for people tuning in thinking, well, overtaking Saad in Singapore, Fernando's on pole, surely it's a given. Let's remind them that in Monza 2 weeks ago, Fernando couldn't defend from Jenson Button, could he? So it isn't a given, really.
No, not at all. They've got to negotiate the start. They've got to negotiate turn 2, which, unlike other circuits, you've got a very short run between turn 2 and actually it's turn 3. There's a small kink, which they call 2, where we can get a concertina effect there. So there's a lot of potential incident and accident that can happen. They'll only start to really breathe and settle into their position when they're running down the back straight into 5. Start's important. Safety cars we've seen here in the past, those walls are very unforgiving.
Shaping up to be very nice indeed. The 5 championship leaders all alongside each other on the track today. Whatever you do, don't go anywhere. And if you're wondering just how seriously the 5 guys at the front are taking the next few races, well, yesterday we heard from Mark Webber, and he had this to say.